Hello friends, welcome to SQL Practical Question video series. Here is another interesting question. In fact, this question is an extension of the previous question posted in the same video series. First, let me explain what is the question is about. Then I will show you how to resolve this using SQL. So basically we have a table which contains like two columns. One is like a date column, which is a primary key column, and there is a code for each date. Okay. So given this table, the expectation is we need to find the number of continuous group of value. Let me explain that. For example, in this case, from 9 till 12, the code is A. Okay, and for 13, the code is B. And from 14 to 16, the code is C. And again, 17 to 19, the code is A. So now the expectation is, suppose if I'm saying like A is continuous here and A is continuous here, and again there is a A. So the expectation here is that there are three groups of A present here. Similarly, there are two groups of C. Here is one set of C, here is another set of C. So there are two sets of C and there is only one set of A. So in fact, this is the expected output. So the expectation is we need to say how many groups of A, B and C are present. For example, in this case, there are like three groups of A. So we need to say that A present three times, or you can say three groups. It is not the count of A. Instead, it is the count of group of A. Similarly, count of group of C and count of group of B. Okay, now let me show you what is the logic I am going to use so that it is very easy for you to follow while writing the SQL. I am going to implement this in 4 simple steps. As part of the first step, I am just going to put a sequence number, a simple sequence number based on the date, because date is a primary key column here. I am just going to put a simple sequence number. In the second step, I'm going to put a sequence for each code. For example, since A present here, here and in the last row, I'm just going to put a sequence number something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a unique sequence for A. Similarly for B, since there is a B only one value, I'm just going to put only 1. Similarly for C, you can see here one set of C here, another set of C here. I'm just going to put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a sequence for each code. Basically it is a sequence partitioned by the code. Okay, now that we have computed two things, a simple sequence and another sequence based on the code. As part of the third step, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply subtract the values what we computed in 1 and 2, that is in step 1 and step 2. I'm just going to simply subtract these two and I'm just going to get the third computed value. The intention of third computed value is basically to get a unique value for each code. For example, if you see for A, you will get 0. Basically, I just want to eliminate the duplicate. So here is A and here is a 4. Similarly, you can see here A, there is a 6. Very similar to this, you can see for other codes also. For example, let's say C, 5. Similarly, here is another set of C, 8. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just eliminating the duplicate values. As part of the final step, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a distinct of this set. For example, A0, only the column, the code and what we computed in step 3. The remaining columns are not needed. All those things are just a temporary intermediate values. So for A0, you just take one value. Basically, we are going to use a distinct to eliminate the duplicate record. Similarly, for A4, I'm just taking A4. Similarly, the next set A6, basically I'm taking A6 here. Same thing goes for other codes also. And as part of the final step, I'm just going to aggregate this value into the final result. For example, number of A. So A occurs 3 times, a simple aggregation. A is 3. So C is basically like 2 times. So C is 2, a simple aggregation. Now let me show you implementing the same using SQL. I'm dropping the table and recreating it. Since I already created this table, I'm just populating all the test data into this table. So let me select only the column whatever needed. Anyway, like date and code from T. Okay. So as part of the first step, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a simple sequence number. For that, I'm using the row underscore number over order by date, because date is the primary key here. So ordered by the date, I'm just putting one sequence number. Similar to this, I just need another sequence based on the code. So exactly the same thing. The only additional thing I am going to do was partition by code, then order by date. So we just got both the sequences, whatever I mentioned in the step 1 and step 2. So this is a simple sequence. Here is a sequence based on the code. For example, for code A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Very similar to this, the sequence number for the other set of codes also. Now I just need to subtract both. So let me put a minus operator here, so that we'll subtract whatever we computed in step 1 and step 2. So we got the step 3 output. That is like by subtracting the simple sequence and the code based sequence. Let me give alias like R. Okay, now what I'm going to do, anyway date is not needed, so let me remove it. Okay, so now we got the code and a simple sequence number, the subtraction of the sequence number. So I'm just going to put a distinct keyword here. Okay, so that we will get whatever I mentioned in the step number 4. So let me order it by code. Okay, so we just got whatever I mentioned in the step number 4. So now I'm just going to use a simple aggregation. Select code comma count of star from. So let me align it. So this will become our inner query. So group by code. So let us say order by code. Okay, so we just got the expected output. So here is the query. So the key learning here is that how we computed the each step. For example, this is for our step 1, a simple sequence number. So here is our step 2, that is a code based sequence. The key thing is that we just use the partition by code. And the next thing is we just use the minus operator to subtract both these things. So this is our actually step 3. And finally, I just use the distinct keyword to achieve our step 4. And finally, I'm just using the count of star, a simple aggregation to get our expected output. Okay, so I have one question for you. Along with this, if the expectation is to get the count of A, for example, if the expectation is to get the count along with the group count, the count, that is the actual count of A, B and C, that is actual occurrences of A, B and C, how can you implement this? So I'm just leaving this question for you to try it out. Once you're able to achieve this, please put your query in the comment section so that it will be very helpful for the subsequent learners. If you want any questions to be answered, please post it in the comment section or you can drop to this mail ID. But before that, you can check whether a similar question has already been posted as part of the subscriber question series or as part of the interview question series. If you're not able to find your question here, please write back to me. I'll be happy to record and post as a new video. If you have learned something new, please like this video, subscribe and stay tuned for new feature video, interview question, SQL practical question, concept videos and performance tuning videos. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Please click the bell icon if you want to receive instant notification whenever new videos are uploaded into this channel. Thank you.